finish.
Yeah, she had to contort two different directions to get that shot off at all.
Right wing is Camp. Comes out to Latham. It's 3-0 North Summit, 6:18 to go in the quarter. High post Munoz. She'll take the 16-footer short off the rim. Langston the rebound.
Langston's given her room. She's had two nice shots there, second-guessing herself. But she's got to hit that if Langston's going to give it to her.
Now a foul on Munoz as she tries to cut off Richens' drive down the lane. So Munoz will pick up her second.
Yeah, you didn't want that right off the bat.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes into the game. And so now they will bring in Kaisley Lunt for Itzel Munoz.
A little bit taller, but a lot less experience.
Substitution number 15, Kaisley Lunt.
Richens to inbound. Lobs left wing to Langston. Right back to Richens. She'll drive baseline. Shovel pass to the free throw line. Murdoch 15-footer in and out. And King the rebound for Millard. Has Richens on her back, and a reach and foul will be called on Heartland Richens. That'll be her first, team's first.
She and her sister will be for her. They're just so fast. Yeah, you can never feel safe if she's behind you, no matter how far back she might be.
Camp will bring it up. Bounces to high to Latham. Back to Camp in the right corner. Guarded tight by Peterson. Works her way in, kicks it back up top. Three on the way. Latham off the back of the rim, no good. Long rebound. Richens has it. Down the left side of the floor she comes. 2-on-1. Drives in, off the glass, no good. Rebound, bounces around, and Latham has it for Millard. She'll slow it down and bring it across the timeline.
Well, right now, Millard really lucky they're not down by about 10 points.
Skip pass left side to King. She'll drive baseline. Kicks it back out to Latham. Three on the way. High arch. Short off the rim, and the rebound to Murdoch. Murdoch hands it off to Richens in the backcourt. Has 2 seconds to get it across and just does in time. Passes left side high to Peterson. Picked up by Camp. Now to Langston. She's going to step back and take the three. Nothing but net. Chesley Langston with a big three-pointer. 6-0 North Summit.
The big girl steps out and takes care of business, huh?
Latham bounces across the timeline to Camp. Camp going to push the pace. Passes up ahead for Stevenson. Off her hands. Couldn't quite control it, and it's picked up by Peterson. A Miller turnover. Richens across the timeline. Guarded by Latham. Peterson now with it left wing. Lobs in for Langston. Ball got tipped away, but right to Sargent. 15-footer from the junction. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Murdoch. Working against three defenders. Kicks it right wing to Richens. Pull up 15-footer. Off the back of the rim, no good. Camp the rebound for Millard.
You keeping rebound stats?
No, but we'll have them.
You'll have them.
Left wing Latham. Goes high post to Lunt. Ball gets knocked away, but she gets it back. Passes over right wing to Stevenson. Working in against Peterson. 18 seconds on the shot clock. He had to spin against her. Drives in. Got cut off. Comes up top to Latham. Long two. Short off the rim. And the rebound goes to Murdoch for North Summit. Up ahead to Peterson. Dribbles in, got cut off by Camp. Passes to Langston, being triple teamed. Goes high post to Murdoch. 15-footer, in and out. Rebound, Latham. Millard still looking for their first point. Down 6-0. Kara Camp goes left wing to King. She'll set for three. Off the back of the rim, too hard. Murdoch the rebound. King gets in the hands of Richens. Nearly had the steal, but Richens got it back. Going the other way now. She lobs in for Langston. On the baseline, 6-footer, air ball hard. Richens the backside rebound. Saves it to Peterson. Three from the left wing. Nothing but net. Presley Peterson with 5. And it's a 9-0 lead. Coach Bassett wants to talk about it. With 3:11 to go in the first quarter. North Summit 9, Millard 0 in this 2A girls quarterfinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
You won't believe what the soda fountain serves at Canab Drug. Groves of people are touting their new delicious hot paninis, deli sandwiches, wraps, and of course soothing smoothies, shakes, malts, cones, sundaes, and sodas. Canab Drug Soda Fountain is open until 10 p.m. featuring a fabulous outdoor patio with games. Browse Canab Drug's unique toys, games, and gifts, or take advantage of their full-service pharmacy that offers drive-through service with a friendly, helpful staff. Since 1916, Canab Drug in Canab. Visit them on Facebook or go to CanabUnitedDrug.com.
The Kane County School District is proud to serve students and parents in Kane County while making it a priority to focus on every student every day. Kane County School District makes it easy and convenient to find information about local schools, the district calendar, announcements, Board of Education minutes, as well as your students' grades and attendance, all at kanek12.org. That's kanek12.org. You can also follow the Kane County School District on Facebook. Rigor, Relationships, Relevance. The Kane County School District.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge coming out of that timeout. 9-0. North Summit leads Millard. Give and go from Camp to Latham. Back to Camp. Puts up the shot. Blocked out of bounds. Coming into the game for the North Summit Braves is Khalees Tamiko, and she makes her presence known.
Yeah, there's definitely a real height advantage for North Summit. And quickness, really.
Left wing is King. She'll dribble in. Got cut off. Now puts up the 10-footer off the rim. Missed it short. Lunt the rebound. Misses the putback. Rebound by Stevenson. She goes back up and in, and Millard's on the board.
Good position, good battle there. Finally getting on the board.
Heartland Richens quickly the other way.
Richens is just so fast.
To Peterson. Pump fake. Dribble in. 12-footer. Too hard. Off the rim. No good. Rebound by Stevenson for Millard. Camp will now bring it across the timeline. 2.5 to go in the quarter, 9-2, North Summit. Left wing King. Pump fake, looking inside for Lunt, not there. Skips it to Stevenson. Stevenson drives right, got inside. Nice pass to Lunt. Lunt off the glass and in.
Let the substitutes get it done now. But North Summit's done a good job of slowing the ball down for Millard on the half court, making them play half court offense.
And now Stevenson ties up Peterson, but she traveled first, so a North Summit turnover. Millard basketball. Left wing it goes to King. She hands off to Camp. Camp drives to the defense. Got inside. Got cut off by Tamiko. Puts the shot up. Rimmed out. And the rebound to Peterson for North Summit. Guarded tight. And a foul will be called on Mary Stevenson. That will be her first, team's fourth.
Yeah, that was one of those. You don't do that back there. No advantage. Now North Summit's going to bring the big girl back and gives them an advantage inside and outside because she made the three.
So Langston back into the game for Tamiko. Pass comes into Richens in the backcourt. 1:47 to go in the quarter. 9-4 your score. North Summit on top. Currently a 4-0 run by Millard. Right wing is Sargent. Goes into the lane to Langston. Kicks it across to Peterson. Pull up 10-footer. Blocked by Stevenson. Saved by Murdoch. Into King though for Millard. King coming the other way. Down the right side of the floor she goes. Pulls up, now backs it out, looks for some help, skips it over left side to Camp. Camp sets for the long three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, saved by Langston for North Summit. Richens down the right side of the floor, guarded by Latham. Hits it into extra gear, and she's fouled on the drive and wave off the shot.
You say extra gear, that's something, isn't it?
First foul on Latham, fifth team foul on Millard. Here in the first quarter, 1:14 to go in quarter number one. Richens inbound, lobs in for Langston. Langston misses hard off the glass. Yeah, Latham was guarding her, and Latham just couldn't do much about it.
Didn't even know the ball was there, I'm not sure. But
left wing King, back to Latham. Lobs right side to Stevenson. Stevenson holding, tries to bounce inside, and Peterson just takes it away.
Yeah, telegraphed it really badly.
Pass up ahead to Peterson. Richens' little stumble, but appears to be okay.
I thought maybe she twisted that ankle. That would be bad for North Summit.
Camp on her tight. Goes right side high to Sargent. Guarded tight by Latham, and there's a foul on Latham. That'll be her second, sixth team foul.
Wow.
You know, my coach, Jared Smith, he said, you guys don't know what the telegraph is anymore, so we'll say that they emailed it.
Oh. Okay, that's true. That's true. This group doesn't know what a telegraph is.
Into the game now, Sydney Brayman for Millard. And coming into the game, Jessa West for North Summit.
That'll put two of the middle girls with two fouls, both of them on the bench right now. So not a good scenario for Millard.
Maddie Croxford also in for North Summit. Chesley Langston steps out for the long two and knocks it down. She has 5.
You'd think she'd have the big advantage inside, but all of her points have come outside.
Left side, they kick it over. Driving baseline is at Bremen. Puts it up off the glass, no good, but a foul called and free throws coming.
Foul on number 25, Chesley Langston of North Summit.
That's the first on Langston, second team foul, and Sydney Bremen will shoot free throws.
At the free throw line is Sydney Bremen.
First one, good.
She started the game against South Sevier, so that was the confusion I had on the intros because they switch them back and forth.
11-5 now your score. Second free throw from Bremen. Good. Nothing but net on both of them from Bremen. Makes it 11-6. 5-point North Summit lead. 18 seconds to go in the first quarter. Richens guarded by Camp as she brings it across the timeline. Camp reaches for the basketball. Richens able to control it. Goes left side to Langston. Bounces across in the lane to Murdoch. Puts up the shot. No good as Stevenson challenged her. Stevenson has it. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Down the left side of the floor she comes. Down to 2 seconds. Hands to Camp. Richens pokes it away. Now Camp just throws it up. And that'll be how the first quarter comes to an end. It is at number 2 at North Summit 11. Number 10 Millard 6 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Hi, I'm Dustin Shakespeare, the Central Region Pathways Coordinator. Do you know what pathways are offered at your high school that connect with Snow College? Students enrolled in career technical education courses can develop valuable real-world technical skills and a strong academic foundation. Over 630 students completed CTE pathways last year in the Central Utah region. Our 35 pathways empower students to explore career options, pursue what they are passionate about, and earn valuable industry certifications. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors today.
Honey's Marketplace invites you to experience their refreshing variety and signature items. Honey's Marketplace features a wide selection of camping supplies, a garden nursery, and fresh floral department. Experience fresh-baked artisan breads and pastries in their bakery. Check out their great cut fruit program with wonderful fresh-cut fruit daily. And everyone loves Honey's famous talking truck, Rusty. Get all this with the hometown service you deserve. Fresh, friendly, and close to home. Honey's Marketplace, 260 East, 300 South in Kanab.
Exciting high school sports action on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and Centricom Channel 10.
Welcome back to Salt Lake Community College as we go to quarter number 2. It's North Summit 11 and Millard is 6. Dennis, your takeaway from the first 8 minutes.
Well, North Summit really missed a lot of chances to really blow this thing open. Millard was battling, but they finally dug back into it, 11-6. But as I was saying off air, right now the game is too controlled for Millard. There's not enough chaos going on. They need more chaos. That's where they get their score going.
Bremen tries to lob inside and taken away by Tomiko and Langston. So a Millard turnover. That's their 5th. Richens comes left side high to Peterson. Lobs in for Langston. Backside help got there late, and Langston with a finish. But rolled her ankle in the process.
She's got a brace on that ankle, and she's hurting right now. So
Millard tries to pass up ahead. Tomiko jumps the passing lane. And we're going to have a jump ball. Yes, we are. So it'll go to North Summit. So another Millard turnover. And Langston will come out of the game. Hazelyn Murdoch back in.
Headed right to the training room, looks like. She's got, what, five or 7 of the points already?
7 of their 13.
Yep.
Richens in the backcourt, guarded by Kara Camp. Goes off the screen by Peterson. Passes up ahead for Croxford, high on the right side. Up top to Richens. Backs it out. Backdoor cut for Croxford. Blocked by Stevenson and a foul called. And Maddie Croxford will go to the line to shoot 2 for North Summit.
These fouls are really starting to mount up now. They're getting deep in on Millard and forcing the girls to step out and try and block shots or take position for charges. And they're getting them in terrible positions defensively.
That is the second foul on Stevenson as Croxford makes the first free throw, her first point off the bench. Shada Carter into the game now for Millard as she comes in for Mary Stevenson. So you've got Stevenson, Munoz, and Latham all with 2 for Millard.
Yeah.
Second free throw for Croxford is good. That pushes the lead back up to 9. That ties their largest lead of the game, 15-6. Camp across the timeline. Picked up by Richens. Goes right wing at 2, Carter. Nothing on the give and go. Up top to King. Swing it left side. Bremen. She'll set for 3. Off the backside of the glass. Didn't draw iron. And Peterson the rebound for North Summit. And she traveled. Pressure defense by Shada Carter.
When you say she set for 3, I'm not sure she ever got set.
Now she sets for three, does King. Off the rim, no good, too hard. Rebound tipped out by Lunt. Brayman has it. Goes to King, into the corner now. Carter comes back out to King, up top to Camp. Camp, one dribble, goes left side, bounce. Quick bounce pass from King to Lunt, fouled on the shot. Kaisley Lunt will shoot two for Millard.
Foul on number 21, Khalees Tomiko.
That'll be the first on Tomiko, third team foul on North Summit.
2 shots. Kaisley Lunt.
First free throw from Lunt, high arch, snuck it over the front of the rim. She leads Millard with 3 points. 6:48 to go in the second quarter. Second free throw off the glass that time, no good. Rebound by Kara Camp, just took it away from Croxford and lays it up and in on the right side.
That's the chaos I'm talking about right there.
15-9 North Summit. Richens able to get around Camp. Pull up 14-footer blocked by Lunt. Murdoch comes down to it for North Summit. Has the ball knocked away by Camp and King picks it up. North Summit turnover. Pass up ahead to King. King bounces into the corner to Carter. She'll take the shot. Off the rim, no good. Backside rebound, knocked it out of bounds.
Brayman knocked it out.
By Brayman, and it will be a North Summit ball. Into the game for Croxford is Charlie Sargent for the Braves.
Replacing Manny Crux.
Back on the big girl's back on the bench. Looks like the brace is gone, but she's back on the bench tying the shoe up. So
that's Chesley Langston.
when you hurt your ankle, you don't usually take the brace off. You reinforce it.
Right side high is Sargent. Dribbles in, got cut off, passes back out to Peterson. Peterson skips it over into the corner to Richens. Pump fake, dribbles into the right hand, pull up 12-footer, short off the rim. Backside rebound, Sargent bounces it over to Murdoch. One dribble blocked on the shot, and King has it for Millard. Hands it off to Camp. Camp off the screen by King, brings it across, goes up top to King. Now swings it left side, Brayman. Gonna drive baseline, got around Murdoch, puts it up off the glass, no good. Murdoch the rebound, lost her footing and the ball, but Richens picks it up for the Braves. You're starting to see that chaos you're talking about, Dennis.
But the problem is Richens picks it all up after the chaos happens. She picks it up.
Richens drives left side, another shovel pass to Tomiko for the left side finish.
It's a little bit of a chaos too for North Summit, but I think it's more of a controlled chaos. It's still fast, up pace.
Kara Camp right side high, comes up top to King, bounces left wing to Carter, back out to King. King swings it over to Camp, looking inside, nothing there. Defense sag, she'll take the three, air ball hard, backside rebound. Carter has it for Millard, bounces out to King, high post to Lunt, right side to Brayman. Guarded by Peterson, hands off back to Camp as she faces back up in the corner, looking to drive baseline, slips to the defense, off the glass and in.
That's the old-fashioned Euro step right there.
Just a sideways jump step, got the basket. Now Peterson just runs right into Lunt, lost her footing, basketball went to Sargent, and she loses, and it's picked up by Carter for Millard, a North Summit turnover.
Both times Lunt stepped in. First time no call, second time lost the ball.
Kara Camp dribbles in, bounces to Carter. Offensive foul called as Peterson draws the charge on Kara Camp. That will be her second now for Millard.
Smart play by Murdoch.
Itzel Munoz into the game for Casey Lunt. Lunt's played really well in coming into this game.
Taking a gamble there. They're leaving Camp on the floor, and they put Itzel Munoz back on the floor. So
Chesley Langston back in for North Summit as Khalees Tomiko comes out for the Braves. Now Sargent dribbles around King, bounces short corner. Murdoch 15-footer, knocks it down.
Nicely done.
Back to an 8-point lead, 19-11 North Summit. 4:12 to go in the second quarter. Camp off the screen by Munoz. Passes short corner to Carter. A little 6-footer air ball, hard rebound knocked it out of bounds by North Summit. Millard ball on the baseline.
Great pass, great place for Carter. Not able to make it work, but Millard going to maintain possession of the ball.
Camp to inbound. Lobs out left wing to Brayman. Three-pointer blocked by Sargent, but Munoz had it. Stripped by Richens. Ball's loose. Richens gets it back. Now Richens weaves through traffic. Down the floor she comes. Lobs ahead for Langston. Little 6-footer. No good. Offensive foul called as Kara Camp draws the charge on Heartland Richens. That's her second.
Right back at her. That's the same thing that happened to Kara Camp at the other end. Richens out of flying down the lane. And they're not used to somebody standing in front of her and then holding their ground. Now Maya Latham comes back in the ball game for Millard. So they got 3 on the floor with 2 fouls.
And Croxford comes in for North Summit. She replaces Heartland Richens. Right wing Brayman, give and go back to Camp. Got inside, puts it up, and goes. 6 now for Kara Camp.
Field goal by number 24, Kara Camp.
19-13 North Summit. Peterson up top. Crosses over Camp, pokes the ball away, and realizes, whoa, I'm playing with 2 fouls.
You don't do that when you're in foul trouble.
Charlie Sargent passes to the high post. Now out to Croxford. Deep 3. Off the glass, no good. Rebound, Latham for Millard.
Another situation where I think that double 3-point line messed her up. She was way deeper than normal.
Latham bounces into the corner to Carter. High post to Munoz. 16-footer on the way. Off the rim, no good. To Maiko, the rebound. Murdoch, the rebound for North Summit. Now Peterson across the timeline, guarded by Camp. Right side high to Sargent. Into the corner to Murdoch. Faces up, now comes back out to Sargent. Under 3 to go in the first half. Tries to shovel it in, got knocked away by Millard, but Sargent gets it back. Goes right side to Murdoch. Guarded tight by Munoz. Driving baseline, takes a bump by Camp, and a block foul call. That'll be the 3rd on Kara Camp. That's a big one. And Coach Bassett looks to the skies.
You really need Kara Camp on the floor. She's finally making something happen out there, but you just can't leave her now that 3rd foul. So Oakley King will come back in for her.
Hazelyn Murdoch got the line to shoot 1-1 on the 9th team foul by Millard. Here's the front end. Good. She'll shoot another. Heartland Richens going to come back in for Charlie Sargent.
With her 2 fouls.
Replacing Charlie Sargent.
Second free throw, good. Murdoch made them both. She has 5, and it's back to a 6-point North Summit lead, 20-14, 2:42 to go in the second quarter. King up ahead to Brayman. Back to King. Up top Latham, lobs to Munoz. Munoz, one dribble, pull up 16-footer with a hand in her face. Got it to go. It's El Munoz, first points.
They're giving her that shot right there, and she's had 4 shots now from that same position. That's the first one that drew iron or went down.
Croxford tries to pass down the lane, got knocked away, but she gets it right back. Up top to Richens. 2:15 to go in the half. 6-point North Summit lead, 21-15.
That's what we're talking about, the chaos, but North Summit's able to beat them at it.
Murdoch being double teamed. Ribs through, has the ball poked away, gets it back and bounces it out to Croxford. Croxford lobs in the lane for Langston, tipped out of bounds by Munoz. North Summit ball on the baseline with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
And Munoz playing extremely aggressive with having 2 fouls also.
Yes. 1:58 to go in the half. Richens lobs in for Langston, makes the catch, blocked from behind by Oakley King. King came away with it. Bounces up ahead. Brayman driving baseline, nothing there. Out to King for 3. Short off the rim. Rebound. Knocked out of bounds by Millard. North Summit ball.
They just can't get the outside shot to drop. That's why they rely so heavily on that chaotic stuff. You know, grabbing the rebound, putting it back in, stealing the ball, knocking it loose. The outside shot has not been consistent enough for them.
Peterson in the high post, bounces short corner, now out to Croxford for the deep 3 again. Off the back of the rim, no good. 2 Millard girls fight for it, and saved by Latham into Munoz. King now across the timeline for the Eagles. Bounces ahead to Brayman. Thought about the shot, goes back to King. King skips it over to Latham. Touch pass into the corner to Carter. Tries to pass it right back out, and Richens takes it away on the pass. Down the floor she comes. Passes across for Croxford. Down the lane to Langston. Little 4-footer. No good. Rimmed out. Rebound bounces around. It's on the ground. Picked up by Peterson. She'll skip it over to Richens. Down the lane to Langston. Puts it up. No good. Missed it. Short rebound knocked it out of bounds by Millard. North Summit ball on the baseline. Coach Holmes wants a foul call. Didn't get it. Charlie Sargent back in for Maddie Croxford.
Langston has really struggled down deep. She's hit the outside shots, the 15-footer, the three-pointer, but she struggles down deep around the basket.
Mary Stevenson back in for Millard. Carter will come out. Another 1 of 2 fouls for Millard on the floor. Richens lobs out for Peterson. Back into the corner to Richens. Pump fake, drives baseline, went right around Munoz. Blocked by Stevenson. Offensive foul called on Heartland Richens. That will be her 3rd. Now for North Summit as Sydney Brayman stood up and took the charge. She's slow to get up, and she holds the back of her head.
Don't hold your head. They'll put you in protocol.
They are going to bring her out of the game. Coming into the game for Millard will be Kyra Moat. This has been a battle, literally.
A battle of attrition in this one.
45 seconds to go. Moat with it. Guarded by Croxford. Bounces it out to Latham. Munoz faces up on the free throw line. Drives right past Langston. Off the glass, left hand. Too hard. Rebound saved by Murdoch for the Braves. Now here comes Sargent the other way. Munoz comes out to stop her. Croxford has it. Lobs in for Langston. Double teams there. Steps through it. Misses it short. Got a rebound. Blocked and a foul called. And free throws coming for Chesley Langston.
Either way you go, this is a third foul on somebody.
Looks like it's on Stevenson. That'll be her third.
It's her third personal.
Maybe reminiscent of the ball game, state game you mentioned years ago.
Yeah.
I hope your bench is deep enough, huh?
First free throw, no good. In and out for Langston. 21-15 your score. North Summit the 6-point lead. They're going to bring it back into the game. Shada Carter for Mary Stevenson.
Replacing Mary Stevenson.
Second free throw, good. Langston with 8 to lead all scorers. 15. Latham across the timeline, and a foul called on Peterson as she tried to draw the charge, and I think the ref said clearly all you were doing was trying to draw a charge there instead of playing defense.
Yeah, Millard's still not shooting free throws either.
It's her first personal.
That's the first on Peterson.
At the 16th foul, substitution number 14, Jessa West.
Jessa West into the game for Pressa Peterson. That's the second, on Peterson, not the first. That's her second.
Another one with 2, eh?
Up top, Latham goes into the corner for Munoz, and jumping the passing lane is Murdoch with the steal. Up the floor comes Sargent. Picks up her dribble and drug her pivot foot. Traveling is the call. 4 seconds to go in the half.
This is the chaos they wanted, but then the Miller's not getting anything out of it.
Kara Camp's one of those that really capitalizes off of that. And
yeah.
With her out of the game, makes it tough. Pass to King in the backcourt. Down to 3 seconds. Back up to Moat. She'll just throw it up from half court, and that'll be how the first half comes to an end. It is number 2 North Summit 22, number 10 Millard 15. We'll have the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
You've known for years that you can trust Lumber Plus True Value to have the best prices on all of your home project needs, big and small, from hardware to lawn and garden. But did you know you could also rely on True Value to carry your favorite brands for your household's basic needs as well? Lumber Plus carries thick, absorbent paper towels, cleaning supplies, batteries, seasonal items, and don't forget to check out their outstanding bargain of the month. Visit Lumber Plus True Value, 227 East, 300 South in Kanab.
For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
For super low prices and weekly specials, stop by Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab. Not only do they have the highest standard of customer service and the friendliest checkers in Utah, but you'll save 15 cents per gallon of high-quality Chevron gasoline when you spend $50 or more. Save at Glazier's Family Market with their weekly specials, and be sure to check out their digital ads. Check out the Stage Stop convenience store. For guaranteed freshness in their meat and produce and short lines, visit Kane County's full-service grocer, Glazier's Family Market in Kanab.
For enjoyable Western dining, there's only one stop in southern Utah, Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant in Kanab. Stop in for their special chicken fried steak with Bob's homemade country gravy and delicious Western entrees. They also offer takeout. Just call 644-2488. That's 644-2488. Houston's Trails Inn features remote site catering. Anywhere, anytime, any place. Just phone 435-899-2140. So make plans to stop by Houston's Trails Inn Restaurant and mobile catering in Kanab, where the waitresses wear guns on their hips and a smile on their lips.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Earlier today in the Millard boys game against Duchesne, they did honor as the superfan for 2A this year, Coach Robbins from Millard.
Yeah, Coach Gary Robbins, who's graduate of Millard High School, came back, coached several sports, most notably football and baseball, and for many years. He worked under Lou Munson, and he also helped me when I came there as a young coach that didn't know a whole lot, still don't.
Just a few years ago.
Just a few years and still don't know anything, but yeah, and he's just a supporter of Millard High athletics and always wants to talk about it and be involved and support the team, so a good thing for him. Good to see that.
Yeah, I felt to make sure to bring that up during the halftime of the boys' game earlier, but wanted to make sure we recognize Gary Robbins being named that 2A superfan this year from Millard. At the half, it is at 22-15. North Summit leads Millard here in the girls' quarterfinal game. This is the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime show. From slam dunks to buzzer beaters, the Jones and DeMille Engineering team is here to help you tackle the toughest infrastructure issues. That's Jones and DeMille Engineering. So a 7-point North Summit lead at the half. Dennis, your takeaway from this first half?
Well, poorly played. I mean, Millard likes chaos. North Summit loves speed, but controlled chaos for them. But both of it deteriorated into just a lot of, I think, sloppy basketball. And even though Millard got the chaos going the way they enjoy playing it, North Summit is so quick that even though they got the chaos and the loose balls, North Summit was picking those up. And so Millard didn't profit anything from them. And both teams in a controlled offensive set are really struggling, especially Millard struggling in a controlled offensive set. And that is one thing that North Summit did do for most of the half, is once it got to a half-court offense, they were able to control and slow it down, and Millard not able to make a shot from the outside. And without the chaos inside, 15 points is all you can get. North Summit is just too fast to allow the other to take place. Other side for North Summit, they're getting the shots that they want, but they're not converting. Inside and out, they're getting the shots that they prefer to have, and just not able to come up with it. Fouls, obviously, are going to be the name of this game.
Yeah, and you look at Millard, they've got 2 of 3. That's Stevenson and Camp. Camp, obviously, very crucial there. And then you've got Latham and Munoz, each with 2. And then on the North Summit side, you've got Richens with 3. That's crucial for North Summit. And Peterson has 2 as well for North Summit.
And 2 of the 3 for Richens were offensive fouls.
Yeah.
She gave up the ball and then ran into the defender.
Yeah, that's a good point. So once again at the half, it is 22-15. North Summit with the lead over Millard. They're working on bringing the stats up from the floor to us, and we'll get those first half stats to you here at the break. The largest lead was 9 points. North Summit jumped out to a 9-0 lead. They haven't led by that. They led by that 15-6 as well, but since then it's been a little closer game, and now we've got the 7-point advantage in favor of the North Summit Braves, 22-15. Let's go ahead and look at our first half stats here. First off, for the North Summit Braves, leading the way is Chesley Langston. She has 8 points and 2 rebounds, 5 points apiece for Presley Peterson and Hazelyn Murdoch. Murdoch also has 8 rebounds in this first half. She's been big. And then 2 points off the bench for Maddie Croxford and 2 points for Khalees Tamaiko off the bench. North Summit shooting just 27% from the floor, 50% from 3, but 75%, 6 for 8 from the free throw line in this first half. For the Millard Eagles, they are led so far by Kara Camp. She has 6 first half points. Well, they only gave her 4, but she does have 6.
That's true.
And then 3 points for Kaisley Lunt off the bench, and 2 points apiece for Mary Stevenson, Itzel Munoz, and Sydney Brayman for this Millard team. And so that's where Millard is at. They are shooting just 21% from the floor, 0 for 9 from 3, and then 3 for 4, 75% from the free throw line.
Yeah, very, very poorly. And even the little hero from the first game, Maya Latham, has yet to even score. She's had several three-point attempts, but they're running at her, and she's struggling, and she's rushing the shot because they're running at her. She really hasn't a chance to get set. So
they gave the extra points to Emily Stevenson, who actually hasn't even played in the game.
Well, it's good to get some stats.
Yeah, that's always good. So there you go. There's your first half stats. Rebound battle is being won by North Summit 22-19. Turnovers 11 for Millard, 9 for North Summit. So plenty to go around.
Yeah. Like I said, it's chaos, but it's poorly played chaos.
So at the half, it is North Summit 22, Millard 15. This has been the Jones and Emil Engineering halftime show. Jones and Emil applauds the teams for hard work, dedication, and commitment. The race for excellence has no finish line with Jones and Emil Engineering. Second half coming up next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Hi, everyone. It's Brady with Droubaix Chevrolet in Delta. There's no doubt our economic climate is changing. Finding the right vehicle at the right price has become more of a challenge than ever. At Droubaix Chevrolet, we either have or can get what you want for your family, your work, or for fun at a price you're happy with. We do things differently here, committed to world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come experience the Droubaix difference for yourself. Find us online at DroubaixChevrolet.com or call 435-864-2581. That's 864-2581. Droubaix Chevrolet, your dealership.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
The realtors at Signature Real Estate Services are in the business of helping you find the home or property you will love. With over 50 years combined experience, they would love to put that kind of professional knowledge and experience to work for you. They have hundreds of satisfied customers throughout Utah that have loved working with the staff at Signature Real Estate. Check out their website at signaturerealestate.com to begin your next real estate adventure.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge. Give a quick halftime score in the 2-7 matchup in 3A. It is Richfield leading Canyon View 19-16. So both these games in low-scoring barn burners.
Millard has started Kaisley Lunt in place of
jump ball on the drive in by Kara Camp, got tied up by Murdoch.
Kaisley Lunt starting in place of Mary Stevenson with those 3 fouls. So Kara Camp is on the floor.
Left side high, Peterson into the corner to Richens. Turnaround shot down by Langston, 15-footer in and out. Latham the rebound. And they've started Lunt for Stevenson, as you mentioned. Up top is Camp, tries to pass all the way underneath and taken away by Murdoch. Back-to-back Millard turnovers.
Just too quick. That's why they started the first quarter. Millard did a series of turnovers to start the game.
Richens pump fake, dribbles into the right side, slips through the defense, off the glass and in. Heartland Richens with her first points of the game.
taking advantage of all the fouls. Both Maya Latham and Itzel Munoz had to back away as she came down the lane because of foul trouble.
King pump fake, dribbles in, kicks it to the corner to Latham. Latham skips it over to Munoz, slips to the defense, puts it up, missed it, air ball, and Murdoch the rebound for North Summit. 24-15, ties the largest into the game. Down the floor comes Richens, dribbles right around Lunt, lost the basketball, tries to save it and throws it down the sideline out of bounds. North Summit turnover. Duchesne's ball, says the PA announcer. He meant Millard.
Yeah.
That's right, they're all Eagles. That's what Nate Palmer, producer extraordinaire, says. Kara Camp dribbles down the lane, passes to Lunt, 14-footer on the way, no good, rebound Sargent. Richens up ahead to Sargent. High right side. Works away around Camp, hands off in the short corner. Pass down the lane to Peterson. Into the corner to Sargent, knocked it out of bounds by Camp. Remains North Summit basketball. Richens will inbound. 4 low here for the Braves. Lob out. And Munoz with her back turned, able to just take it away. Crosses over, left to right down the lane. Puts it up off the glass. Count it, and she's fouled.
Itzel Munoz rumbling down the floor. You're right. She was face guarding the player, which in football would have been a flag because her back was turned. But she's able to reach up and rip the ball out and then go coast to coast for the layup.
Foul on Murdoch is her first. The and one for Munoz. In and out. Langston the rebound for the Braves. Passes it down the floor to Richens. Richens, top of the key. Lob short corner to Peterson. Works away in the lane, puts up the shot, off the rim, got it to go.
Wow. Nicely done inside. Turned sideways, baby hook almost.
Peterson now with 7, makes it a 9-point lead. Camp's pass jumped in the lane as Peterson, she's going the other way. Crosses over, King pokes it away, it's on the ground. Ball's loose, Murdoch has it, and she's able to get it out to Langston. And Coach Holmes got a timeout called. We'll take it with 5:40 to go in the third quarter. North Summit 26, Millard 17 in the 2A quarterfinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that's served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
I'd like to say that's great defense, but I'm...
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. We're just talking about the 25 turnovers combined between these two teams during the break there. And Murdoch misses the 15-footer on the baseline. King the backside rebound for Millard. Kara Camp coming the other way. Dribbles right side, cut off by Peterson. Coach Bassett wanted a foul call, didn't get it. High post now to Lunt, 15-footer, in and out, no good. Murdoch the rebound. I think that puts Murdoch at 10 rebounds in the game. Richens the other way for North Summit. Backs out in the corner. Drives baseline, lost the basketball out of bounds.
Crossed over and just lost it out of bounds. That a little bit uncharacteristic of a Jerry Holmes team, the amount of turnovers and self-induced miscues.
Kara Camp, slip screen to Munoz. Pull up 8-footer, swatted out of bounds by Chesley Langston.
And there again, if you're going to go that tight to Langston, go all the way and get the body. Don't stop 1 foot away where she can block the shot easily.
Camp lobs out for King. Quick pass to Latham. Thought about it, fake right, now goes left. Skips it back over to Camp. She'll drive in, slips to the defense, off the glass too hard. Lunt the rebound, goes back up, no good. Got her on rebound, back up again, no good. Camp the rebound. She'll go back up and draws the foul, and Kara Camp will shoot free throws.
Wow.
Foul on Hazelyn Murdoch will be her second, team's second.
Her second team foul. Shooting 2 shots will be Kara Camp.
First free throw from Camp. In and out. Both teams struggling shooting-wise in this game. Shooting in the 20% from the field as Camp misses the second one too hard. Rebound knocked out of bounds by North Summit. Millard ball on the baseline.
Possession
Camp will inbound. Got 4 around the key in a wide box set. Lob out for King. Richens jumped the passing lane and can't save it as it goes out of bounds. Lands in the lap of that Shada Carter.
Yeah. But see, these are passes that normally for Millard they're good. But with the speed of especially Richens out there, just not happening.
Yeah, Richens and Peterson's very fast. Give and go for Latham. Too hard off the glass. Murdoch the rebound. Down the floor ahead to Sargent on the right wing. Passes down the lane to Langston. Across to Peterson. Left side layup is good. Double-digit North Summit lead.
That was beautifully done there. Langston with the thought to when she got the ball deep. You know, you want to shoot that thing, but she turns and looks backside for a wide-open cutter.
Camp spins, drives the lane. Blocked by Langston. Richens has it for North Summit. Down the middle of the floor she comes. Lunt steps in front. She goes right around her. Scoop with the left hand and score. 13-point lead, 30-17, North Summit. Camp off the screen, goes to the corner to Munoz. She'll set for 3. Air ball hard. Backside rebound knocked out of bounds by Millard. North Summit ball. Mary Stevenson into the game for Itzel Munoz. Peterson has it for the Braves. Under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, 13-point lead. Now Richens across the timeline. Right wing to Sargent. Picks up her dribble, bounces high post to Langston. Underneath pass to the backdoor cut by Peterson, and she just went right around for the easy layup. Nobody near.
No, North Summit's got their composure now, and they're really putting people in spots and creating space and getting things, where they should be.
Oakley King steps into a three-pointer, her first points of the game. And a timeout called by Coach Bassett, so we'll take it. 3:26 to go in the third quarter. North Summit 32, Millard 20 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. Powered by Centricom Local 10.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Pass inside from Richens to Murdoch, and she's blocked but fouled. So free throws coming for Murdoch as we come right back to the action here on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live. Foul called on Kaisley Lunt. That's her first foul this half for Millard. And Murdoch knocks down the first one.
I guess that could be a positive for the Millard Eagles, but North Summit really in control now. Everything that they're doing, they're doing the right way.
Murdoch makes them both. She has 7. 34-20, North Summit on top of Millard. 3:18 to go in the third quarter. Winner moves on to play Kanab in the semifinals tomorrow night. Left wing King, she'll set for 3. Back-to-back triples for Oakley King. She has 6.
A new hero, Maya Latham this game, huh? Oakley King doing the job.
Richens, hands off right side high to Sargent. Bounces to Langston. She'll step out straight away. Looking inside. Now she does get it into Murdoch. Kicks it right side to Sargent. Looking back for Murdoch. And a foul called. It's going to be on Mary Stevenson. And that'll be the 4th on Stevenson. Second team foul on Millard.
Millard foul on number 23, Mary Stevenson. It's her 4th personal.
End of the third quarter down there in Cedar City. Richfield's opened up a 12-point lead over Canyon View, 36-24. Richens able to pass it through about 6 hands to Langston, and she lays it up and in on the left side.
I just thought she lost control, but again, the spacing is good, goes right to the offensive player, knocks it down.
Stevenson left wing, dribbles to the baseline, bounces in for Lunt, faces up, little baby hook, blocked by Langston. Langston comes away with it, tries to pass across, and Millard gets it back. Brayman with it. She'll take the three. Off the glass, no good. Camp the rebound. The 10-footer down the lane, missed it short. Peterson the rebound for North Summit. Up the floor comes Richens, ahead to Sargent. Looking down the lane, they get it for Langston. Turnaround shot against Lunt. Round the rim, fell off. Murdoch flies in for the offensive rebound. Bounces it out to Richens, to Peterson. She'll set for three. Nails it. Presley Peterson now with 14 to lead all scores.
Put a few nails in the coffin the way things are going right now. Millard really need to stop the defense, but they've got to find some offense somewhere.
Up top is King. Goes left corner to Brayman. Pump fake. Bounces back to King. King going to dribble to the baseline. Got cut off. Reverses out to Stevenson. Left wing to King for three again. That one's off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound to Peterson for North Summit. They lead by 16 up ahead to Richens. Cut off by King. Crosses over. Gets in the lane. Nice pass into Langston. Langston gathers it off the ground. Banks it home from 6 feet. She has 12. And the Braves are starting to run away with it. 41-23. Camp the other way. Goes left wing to King. Got cut off. Back out to Camp. She'll take the three. And she nails it. Kara Camp with a three-pointer. She has 9 to lead the Eagles. Sargent the other way. Bounces high post. Quick pass into Langston. Turn around. Off the glass. No good, but free throws coming for Chesley Langston.
That was a nice step-back pivot by Langston in the middle there. Turned into pressure and then stepped back in the pivots in the opposite direction. Step back through to give herself some room.
Free throw from Langston, no good. The foul was on Kaisley Lunt. That's her second, team's third. Maddie Croxford and Khalees Tamaiko into the game for Sargent and Murdoch. Stevenson, Brayman, and Lunt leave the game for Millard. As Munoz, Carter, and does it Latham come back in?
Latham, yep.
Langston makes the second one. She has 13. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. 42-26, 16-point advantage. High post pass knocked away, but Camp gets it back. And now she passes it again, knocked away by Richens, and Richens has it going the other way. Right side layup is good. Camp the other way. Off the screen by Munoz, goes left wing to King. Back to Camp, she'll set for three. Air ball. Out of bounds it goes. North Summit basketball with 32 seconds to go in the third quarter.
North Summit firmly in control here. And like we said, they got their game under control. They're still fast, but they're getting their positioning, their spacing, and the speed is working to their advantage now in every aspect, and the size inside.
High post lob to Langston. Faces up, not there. Goes left side to Peterson. She dribbles in, gets it across to Tamaiko. Tamaiko faces up, kicks it back out of the wing to Croxford for three. Rattles it home, and it's a 21-point North Summit lead. Camp the other way, right side high. Comes out to King. Left side to Latham. She'll take the deep three. Short off the rim, and that's going to be how the third quarter comes to an end. It is number 2, North Summit 47, number 10, Millard 26 in the 2A girls quarterfinal on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
For more than 40 years, Jones & DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. 8 minutes to go in this one. 47-26, North Summit leads the Millard Eagles in this 2A girls quarterfinal. Winner moves on to play Kanab in the semis tomorrow night. Millard basketball to start the fourth quarter. Kara Camp across the timeline. Goes right side high to Latham. Latham works to the wing, comes up top to King. One dribble, hands back to Latham. Lobs left side. Three-pointer on the way for Shayda Carter. Short. Rebound Richens. She's off to the races, going to push the pace. Down the left side of the floor she goes. Bounces for Croxford, and able to get back and take it away is Latham. She'll bring it back to the left side of the floor. Skips it over to King, into the corner to Munoz. Drives baseline, pull up 15-footer, short, and rebounds, bouncing around, and it's picked up by Tamaiko, and then she gets tied up by Carter.
Yeah.
So it'll be North Summit basketball.
Possession North Summit.
Richens walks it up now for the Braves. She might not get it across. She doesn't. That's 25. They didn't recognize it. It was actually 24 when she got across. They did not realize it, did the officials. Now Richens misses the left side layup, and the foul on the rebound will go against Millard.
Going to get Munoz.
Yep, that is the case. That will be Itzel's third.
Number 32, Itzel Munoz. Her third personal and fourth team foul.
Yeah, the officials don't count the 10 anymore because you have the shot clock to look at.
Well, they weren't looking at something, but
Replacing Gullis Tamaiko.
maybe they give you a few extra seconds because it's the longer court.
Quick shot and make by Hazelyn Murdoch. Murdoch now with 9.
Murdoch has played a good game, too, especially in the low post. Does a great job of positioning herself.
Campa skip past to King on the left side, swings it back out to Latham. 3 on the way, short off the rim, and Latham gets her own rebound. Brings it back out, drives in, blocked, and a foul called, and it will be shooting free throws for Maya Latham.
I don't believe Maya Latham's got a point yet, does she?
Nope.
So she gets 24 the other night, a hero of the game, and here she hasn't scored yet. So good job defensively for North Summit.
Second foul on Presley Peterson. Latham's first point is on the board. She makes the free throw. Down in Cedar City, 4 minutes left in that game. Richfield leads Canyon View 40-30 in that matchup. Second free throw, no good. Peterson the rebound, down the floor to Richens. She backs out near the timeline, guarded by King. Goes left side high to Peterson. Up top, Croxford. Swing it right wing to Richens. Pass down the lane to Peterson. Tries to step through, got cut off, comes back out to Murdoch. Now they swing it around up top, Croxford, down the lane to Murdoch again. Working against Munoz, fade away from 6 feet, got it to go. A double-double now for Hazelyn Murdoch.
That's just excellent work, inside, outside, until you finally get the shot that you know, the best possibility of scoring.
Munoz misses a 15-footer on the baseline short. Hit Richens the rebound, and she's off to the races. Looking for Peterson way out in front of her. Out of bounds it goes. 51-27, 24-point lead right now for the Braves. Charlie Sargent back into the game for Maddie Croxford. Mary Stevenson from Millard going to come into the game for Shayda Carter.
Mary Stevenson replacing Shayda Carter.
Camp will bring it up the floor for the Eagles. Millard doesn't have a player in double figures yet. Down 24, 51-27. High post Munoz, long 2 on the way, 17-footer, no good. Rebound saved by Murdoch, and Stevenson's able to tie her up, which gives Millard the basketball on the baseline. Coach Holmes not happy about it.
The other official, I believe, is going to call a foul.
And nope, they're going to say that he got the timeout call.
Okay.
So they're going to say Coach Holmes got a timeout called. 5:50 to go in the game. North Summit 51, Millard 27 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Centricom believes the service relationship continues long after installation, and we're available to support you every step of the way. That's why if there is a problem with our equipment, a service visit from us means no cost to you. We know the value of a satisfied customer, so if you refer us to a friend, we'll take care of them and you'll get 1 month of service free. We promise to make your experience the best it can be. Centricom, keeping you connected.
Hi everyone, it's Brady with Drebay Chevrolet in Delta. There's no doubt our economic climate is changing. Finding the right vehicle at the right price has become more of a challenge than ever. At Drebay Chevrolet, we either have or can get what you want for your family, your work, or for fun at a price you're happy with. We do things differently here, committed to world-class service with a hometown feeling. Come experience the Drebay difference for yourself. Find us online at DrebayChevrolet.com or call 435-864-2581. That's 864-2581. Drebay Chevrolet, your dealership.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. North Summit basketball coming out of the timeout with 5:40 to go in the game. They lead by 24, 51-27. Sargent dribbles right side, hands to Langston. Back out to Sargent. High post now to Murdoch. One dribble back to Sargent on the wing. She'll skip it over to Richens in the left corner. Dribbles past the defense. Got cut off. Shovels it over to Murdoch. Bounce pass to Langston for the right side. A 4-footer.
That extra pass inside for North Summit right now. You get Richens to Langston to Murdoch. Easy shot.
Camp able to get around. Langston puts it up. Off the glass. Missed it short. Rebound knocked it out of bounds by Langston and Millard basketball.
I think Langston got a piece of that shot.
Lob right corner. 3 for King on the way. Short off the rim. Rebound by Munoz. Back up on the left side. No good. Langston the rebound to Richens. Bounces up ahead for Peterson and might have got away with the double dribble there. She regathers it. Now a foul called will go against Millard.
Fourth.
Yes, it is. Fourth on Munoz. Richens will inbound. Pass in left side to Murdoch. And now the ball poked away from Peterson. Camp runs it down in the backcourt. 2-on-1. Dribbles in against Sargent. Off the glass and in. Kara Camp with 11.
I think Sargent held off there wisely. There was no need for the foul there with the comfortable lead that they have. So
Langston right side. Gets the ball knocked away, gets it back, misses the 6-footer on the baseline, gets her own rebound, bounces it out to Sargent, 15-footer off the glass, no good, and King the rebound for Millard. She'll bring it the other way. Bounces ahead on the wing to Latham. Thought about the 3, now goes back to King, up top Camp. Camp dribbles around the defense, gets in the lane, passes to Munoz, blocked by Langston and a foul called, so Munoz will shoot 2. Second foul on Chesley Langston.
Her second. The 14th foul. Shooting 2 shots. It's
Munoz 0 for 1 in the game. Nicks the first one. She has 5.
North Summit substitution.
Jessa West into the game for North Summit. Presley Peterson will come out.
Presley Peterson.
Second one, no good for Munoz. Langston the rebound. Richens has it in the backcourt. Able to get it across the timeline. Passes up ahead to Sargent. Sargent will back out. Now go short corner to Langston. Turn around 17-footer. Off the rim. No good. Long rebound. King has it for Millard. King brings it across. Works her way left side. Bounces it to Munoz. Dribbles in. Pull up 15-footer. Knocks it down. It's Munoz with 7.
Still nobody in double figures, huh?
Camp has 11.
Okay.
She just got it with that layup. Left side West. High post to Langston. Knocked away by Munoz and a foul called. That'll be number 5 on Itzel Munoz. She'll lead the game to a standing ovation from the Millard crowd.
Tough way to go out. You know, they've transitioned her. Always in the past, she played that wing position, looking for the three-pointer. This year, they moved her inside. She's transitioned well, but got really outsized today.
Pass into Murdoch, taken away from behind by Stevenson on the shot attempt. So 3.5 to go, 53-32, 21-point lead. Pass down the lane to Lunt. Right wing, Latham sets for 3. Nothing but net. Maya Latham's first made basket of the game.
Miller's going to go full court press now.
And Kara Camp picks up her 4th foul, 7th team foul. So that'll send Charlie Sargent to the line to shoot 1-1. 53-35. 18-point lead here for the Braves.
Palindrome.
That's right.
Shooting 1-1 will be Charlie Sargent for the Braves.
Down in Cedar City, Richfield leads Canyonview 45-34 in that quarterfinal game. Front end of the 1-1 for Sargent. In and out, off the glass and in. Her first point of the game. Second one, nothing but net. Back to a 20-point lead, 55-35. Camp down the floor. Guarded by Richards. Hesitates. Going to drive right side. Kicks it back out to Latham. She'll lob in to Camp in the short corner. Kicks it across underneath to Stevenson. She'll spin out of it. Comes out to King. High post now to the Lunt. Right side Latham. 3 on the way. Off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounds on the ground. And Murdoch comes up with it for the Braves. Passes it out to Sargent. Up ahead looking for Richards. Got tipped. King has it for Millard. Should go to Camp. Camp pull up 15-footer from the right junction. No good. And Latham the offensive rebound. She'll turn around, shoot a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. King the rebound. Pump fake. Langston flies by. Langston's blocks her now. Now a foul called, so King will shoot 2.
Getting a lot of rebounds, but not able to make any points out of it.
Third foul on Langston.
Shooting 2 shots, will be Oakley King.
Off the front iron, no good.
King has 6 at 2 big threes in the second quarter to keep Millard hanging around at the time. Or in the third quarter, excuse me.
Yeah.
Second one by King, no good. Hit that one hard. Rebound by Peterson. King hounding her down the floor. Peterson comes out to Richards on the volleyball line, guarded by Camp. Back to Peterson. 2.5 to go in the game. Bounces it inside. Nobody there but Kara Camp. She'll go the other way for Millard. Dribbles in against Sargent. Euro step around her. Lost the basketball. Sargent picked it up.
She's bracketed by Sargent and Richards. Couldn't get through that. Too much goodness there.
Sargent up ahead to the corner to Langston. 2:08 to go in the game. Now a tie-up. Both girls on the floor. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. Jump ball. Millard basketball. They're going to just call the jump. North Summit doesn't like it.
Yeah, well, Millard ripped it away and then dropped it out of bounds, so he had to go back a ways to get back to the jump.
Khalees Tamiko into the game for Langston. That'll probably be the end for her in this one, leading by 20. Stevenson up top. Bounces down the lane for Lunt. Ball poked away from behind and a foul called on Tamiko. That'll be her second. Millard basketball on the baseline, just the 6th team foul.
It's her second personal and the 6th team foul.
Camp to inbound underneath. Lobs for King, who was left wide open for 3. In and out. Rebound Sargent. Richards in the backcourt, being guarded tight. Passes up ahead for Sargent. Up top, back to Richards on the volleyball line. Left side high, Peterson. Gonna dribble left. Lost the basketball off her knee. Able to gather in the corner. Comes back out to Sargent. 1.5 to go in the game. Right wing Richards dribbles in. Lobs across the key. Nobody there. She overthrew the teammate. Out of bounds it goes. And North Summit turnover there, 20th.
20th, but Miller's not getting anything off of it, so you're still up by 20 points. So turnovers are an issue long term, but for tonight they're not a problem for North Summit.
Camp goes right wing. Latham steps in, kicks it back to the corner to Camp. Down inside they go to Lunt. Turnaround shot off the glass, no good. Tried to get her own rebound, but it was knocked away by Murdoch, and out of bounds it goes. Last touch by Mary Stevenson, so North Summit ball. .111 to go in the game. Pass into Sargent. Goes back to Richards. Crosses it over and bounces it out to Sargent. Back out to Richards. 1:02 to go in the game. Up top it goes to Murdoch. Hands to Peterson on the curl. Drives in, puts it up over the top of the rim and goes. Peterson with 16. Camp high on the right side. Comes out to King. Bounces in for Lunt. Lunt turn around baby hook with the right hand. A little too far away. Missed it short. Murdoch the rebound. And a timeout called by Coach Holmes, so we'll take it with 40 seconds to go in the game. North Summit 57, Millard 35 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Having a strong support team that you can trust can make or break an individual outcome. Just like on a sports team, our healthcare team at the Delta and Fillmore Community Hospitals are dedicated to provide quality care close to home on an individual basis. From our physicians to our nursing staff, along with our technicians and many other healthcare professionals, our team is ready to provide the best quality care for our friends, neighbors, and local athletes in Millard County. Intermountain Delta Community and Fillmore Community Hospitals, providing a strong, dedicated team for you.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Into the game for North Summit. Shea Christensen, a junior guard. Also coming back in as Maddie Croxford for the Lady Braves. They lead it by 22, 57-35, 39 seconds left. Sargent has it in the backcourt. Trap defense by Millard, and a foul called on Maya Latham will send Sargent to the free throw line. That'll be her third on Latham.
Girls have done well. They got all that foul trouble in the first half on both teams, and yet they've been able to play it out except for Munoz. But they're very careful with their fouls since that first half.
Front end of the 1-and-1 for Sargent is good. She has 3 points, all of them coming from the charity stripe, all of them in this fourth quarter.
She kind of shoots a little flat-footed and, not a lot of leg, but it's very effective.
That one good. Off the front of the rim and in. Adeline Sargent now into the game for Charlie Sargent for the Braves. Sophomore is Adeline Sargent. Up the floor comes Camp. 30 seconds left. Hands off to Latham. She'll take the deep three off the back of the rim. High bounce, no good. Rebound by Latham. She ran it down. Picks up her dribble, bounces it in for Lunt, and a foul from behind on Tamaiko, and that'll send Lunt to the line to shoot 1-and-1. Khalees Tamaiko's third.
The way they're playing right now, both teams, you'd think it was a one-point ball game.
Casey Lunt at the free throw line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Banks it home.
There you go. Bank it straight away. That's worth 1.5.
4 points off the bench for Lunt.
It's valuable experience for Lunt in this game.
Yeah, she's played well off the bench. Second free throw off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by West. She'll get it out to Sargent. Guarded tight by Camp. Now over to Croxford. In the backcourt, she passes back up ahead. Got it to West. Now to Sargent. Being triple teamed, able to get it to Croxford. She dribbles to the right side. Got it to Tamaiko for the wide open right side layup. And that'll do it. Your final, North Summit 61, Millard 36 as the Braves move on to the semifinals against Kanab tomorrow night. Millard will drop into the consolation bracket against Parowan tomorrow morning. We'll take the break and come back with the Sunrise Engineering postgame show next on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Do you love working with a Central Utah realtor with rave reviews? Then call one of the professional agents at Signature Real Estate in Fillmore or Delta. Their agents will lead you through the home buying and selling process. Let them help take the stress out of things. Give them a call at 435-743-8316 or check them out on Facebook or their website, signaturerealestate.com. That's 435-743-8316.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is committed to supporting our local schools, communities, and the economies of central and south central Utah. Each year, IPSC's two 950-megawatt generating units provide 3 million megawatt hours of energy for communities in Utah and Southern California. The Intermountain Power Project ranks among the best of coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. IPSC, honored to sponsor this sports broadcast.
We go beyond filling prescriptions. Service Drug is a great place for shopping, too. Your family-owned and operated pharmacy that served our community since 1939. Service Drug is stocked full of gifts, home decor, seasonal items, greeting cards, even a wedding registry. And at the heart of what we do, assistance with your prescriptions, medical supplies, and equipment. Home delivery, vaccinations, and curbside pickup is available in Delta and Fillmore, and on Facebook and Instagram, where you get service first at Service Drug.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs. Just complete an application on your phone or computer, or stop by any branch.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. Bookmark TeamHive.live, Utah's new home for streaming high school sports and other events. powered by Centricom Local 10.
Hi, I'm Brett Collister, CTE Director for Millard and Tintic School Districts. Do you know what CTE pathways are offered at your school? Career and Technical Education provides career exploration and guidance through 35 different CTE pathways. Students who take 2 or more CTE classes have a 96% graduation rate, and over 75% of CTE learners enroll in post-secondary education, giving students a step up in their chosen career fields. To learn more about these career pathways, talk to your CTE teachers and school counselors.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
For more than 40 years, Jones & DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to serve with a professional, personalized touch to provide value that reaches beyond the project, earning their reputation as the go-to resource for planning and infrastructure needs. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life together.
Hi, I'm Barrett Hilton with TeamHive.live, where we've created a locally run video streaming platform for Utah schools. On our website, you're not going to wade through a bunch of unrelated content. You bring up TeamHive.live and you're just going to find a lot of high school sports and events. We've created tools that make it super easy for you to create events and stream to our site. And if you ever need help with anything, you can give me a call. So I want to invite your school to join the team. If you're a Utah high school, you can stream live on TeamHive. That's TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back here to Salt Lake Community College. Robert Lovell with you alongside Dennis Aldridge on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom. Your final in this one, North Summit 61, Millard 36, as the Braves move on to the semifinals against Kanab at 5:50 tomorrow night. Millard will play Parowan at 9:30 tomorrow morning in the consolation bracket. This is the Sunrise Engineering postgame show promoting athletic and academic excellence. Visit them at sunrise-eng.com. Dennis, your takeaway from this game?
Well, you know, North Summit and Millard have had some classic matchups in the past. This wasn't one of them. Millard gets down 9-0 to start the game, and, you know, a fellow sportscaster wanted to say Millard was in it for a minute, but that might have been the first minute of the ball game. Really, North Summit, it got sloppy in the first half. Let's be honest. Both teams were sloppy. But the second half, North Summit, they got themselves controlled, and they play at a frenetic pace anyway, but it's a controlled speed and aggression, and they got that taken care of in the second half, whereas Millard never could get their game going the way they wanted it to go. And even when they caused a turnover, North Summit is so fast and so determined tonight that they were able to pick up the garbage anyway and make something good happen out of it. So totally in the favor of North Summit, a far superior team here tonight in this ball game. A game well played for them. Second half, well played.
Let's take a look at our final stats in this one, as again it is North Summit with the win, 61-36. Leading the way for the North Summit Braves, 16 points from Presley Peterson tonight. She had 8 rebounds as well. 15 from Chesley Langston with 8 rebounds for Langston. A double-double today for Hazelyn Murdoch, 11 points and 14 rebounds in the game. 6 points for Heartland Richens, that she had 8 rebounds and 8 assists and 5 steals in this one. 5 points off the bench for Maddie Croxford. 4 points for Charlie Sargent, and then 4 points off the bench for Khalees Tamaiko for the North Summit Braves. And as a team, they ended up shooting 44% from the field, 63% in the second half. They go 67% from 3 in the game, and then 81% from the free throw line.
Yeah. And then those would be higher if you canceled that first half when both teams were struggling so badly. You know, to get 65 points in the ball game when you got, 25 at halftime or something like that. Really a good second half for them.
Looking at the stats for Millard, let's go to their shooting numbers first. We talked about North Summit getting better. Millard got worse in the second half, shot just 19%, so they shoot 20% from the floor for the game, 17% from three, and 40% from the free throw line.
Yeah, and that's except for the free throw line, which you can't defend, but that's tremendous defense also for North Summit. Again, that pressure, that speed, that aggression, and Millard never really could get decent shots. Yet Oakley King hit a couple of them, but for the most part, the shots that Millard was shooting, they were being contested, pushed, and pushed out of place, and they were just throwing up the shots, and that's not a good way to play a ball game against North Summit.
No, it is not. Leading scorer today for Millard was Kara Kemp. She finishes with 11 points. She had 5 steals and 4 rebounds. 7 points for Itzel Munoz. She did foul out of the game with 3:39 to go. 6 points for Oakley King with 8 rebounds for the Eagles. And then 4 points off the bench for Casey Lunt. 4 points for Maya Latham. 2 points for Mary Stevenson. And off the bench, 2 points for Sydney Brayman today for the Eagles. And rebound battle was won by North Summit. 49 rebounds for North Summit compared to 37 for Millard.
Well, when you're shooting 20% from the field, there's a lot of rebounds.
And you shot 65 shots.
Yeah, there's a lot of rebounds to get, you know.
Yeah.
But some
That's
of those
still
were
a lot
their
of
own
rebounds. Most teams are averaging around 28 to 30 a game, 49.
Well, you know, we wanted to be generous. Millard wanted to be real generous, I guess.
Turnovers, 20 for North Summit, 16 for Millard in this game.
They won the category.
That's right. They won that one. So there you go. There's your final stats here in this one. As again, it's North Summit 61 to 36 over Millard. Dennis, your final thoughts on this game?
Well, just what I've said before. I look forward tomorrow. It's going to be a very interesting matchup between North Summit and Kanab. There's some comparisons size-wise, you know, and different things, speed, shooting ability. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, I think. And then Millard's got their hands full tomorrow with Parowan. That was a quality team in Parowan also. So, you know, there's going to be some interesting ball games, and it's nice that they've still got some game to be playing for. I'm glad it's not a one-and-go-home. It's tough to come back tomorrow off of a loss, but still you get to keep playing for a couple more games. So.
Yeah, you do. So that'll do it for the Sunrise Engineering postgame show, serving communities like yours all over the western United States. That's Sunrise Engineering. Your final here, North Summit 61, Millard 36. The Braves move on to the semifinals tomorrow night against Kanab, and Millard again drops into that consolation bracket. And Dennis will step away from the mic. Scott Langford will join me next for Beaver Duchesne with a Snow College pregame show coming up on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom. For more than 40 years, Jones and DeMille Engineering has been shaping the quality of life of those around us. They are committed to the communities in which they live and work and take pride in being able to protect and enhance them. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they strive to